So I remember I was part of the NLP certification program for life coaching, and the facilitator said, many a times the reason why you have conflict is because of the conflicting beliefs. Each of our beliefs are very different. That's like the premise for our conflict.
Lovely. I really love it, Kaushi. I think every insight which you gave, right, has a certain depth. But you give those small tools in terms of what they can actually do from a practical standpoint, which I really like. Thank you, Kaushi. So moving to the emotional intelligence and resilience, Kaushi, how can we develop emotional intelligence to navigate workplace challenges and personal setbacks? And the second question is on what strategies can help us build resilience and maintain focus during difficult times?
Thank you. That's yet another very reflective question. So I remember I was part of the NLP certification program for life coaching, and the facilitator said, many a times the reason why you have conflict is because of the conflicting beliefs. Each of our beliefs are very different. That's like the premise for our conflict. And when I heard that, it gave me a sense is like, it is so easy to feel rigid and hold on to our beliefs so tight and looking at other people and like making them feel invisible or inadequate. So that's where I took my first lesson as to how important it is to be open and respectful of everybody's point of view. And it's not about I'm better or they're better. It's really not about that. It's about understanding that each one's lived experiences are different. Can I honor each one's journey? I think that's how I started to understand the importance of emotional regulation, truly. And being more open, being more receptive, not getting caught up in the stories of right or wrong. I think, I'm not sure if I can quote the verse from the Bible, but there is this thing about self-righteousness is indignation, which is more in terms of we get into this space of like, I am so right and you're so wrong. And how many battles are lost in that direction, never really getting to the solution point. So that again was an encouragement for me to recognize the importance of emotional regulation. The third part is, as a parent, I realized, again, a very powerful insight is the greatest gift you can give a child is being an emotionally regulated parent. And I'll tell you, I think that while it came third in life, it has the greatest impact. And I think that changed me as a person. Like even my micro expressions made a difference. I guess that's what, as an expecting mother, I realized the power of how my emotions impacted the child. And I said, this is not how I want to show up for myself. And I guess that's also helped me understand the importance of how am I showing up every day in every interaction with people. It has nothing to do with the other person needs to like me, but can I do the right thing even when it's not convenient and even when it's not easy, became a big part of my internal dialogue. And I think there's another element. Did you talk about resilience? Yeah, so the resilience part is something that I realized is, I think it was Tal Ben-Shahar, who's the professor of positive psychology. And he said, more than resilience, I did think about focusing on being anti-fragile. I found that so powerful. What is being anti-fragile is, what is that you will do on an everyday basis to prioritize your mental health? How do you deal with your thoughts, your emotions? Because here's the thing, right? During an emergency, what really shows up is your true nature. Okay. But if you've not worked on yourself on an everyday basis, telling yourself that you're going to be calm in that state is not going to happen. And having said that, in that moment of crisis or whatever, it's not like you won't lose your balance, but your ability to come back to the center is much, much more quicker. Like, for instance, I noticed in my own journey, when my mom had a downfall with the health, I took a really long time to find my center. And that's when I realized how important it is to prioritize how do I process my thoughts and emotions? So this instance, about a month ago, when there was an emergency situation with my dad, I noticed I was losing my balance, but I was able to regain it with much more ease. With much more ease. Am I perfecting it? No, because what really helped me is another beautiful insight is the journey to being emotionally non-reactive is a journey. You're being on the path. You pursue it. You don't achieve it. That took away a lot of the pressure from me, Ravi. So I think just sometimes knowing perspectives that are empowering is a great approach to staying resilient.